everyone, thanks for tuning in. Oh, my name's Peter Dinklage, and if you're watching this, you probably know me from a few roles here and there. Maybe that little show called Game of Thrones, or some films where I got to play characters who are a bit more complex than the stereotypes Hollywood likes to throw at folks like me. But today, I want to talk about something different, something real, something that happened way before the cameras and the red carpets. The title of this story is The Night I Slept on a Friend's Couch and Found My... It's not some polished Hollywood script. It's raw, it's messy, and it's mine. I'll take you through it step by step, from the grind to the gut punch to that quiet moment when everything shifted. Grab a coffee or whatever, because this is going to be a long one. I figure about 40 minutes if I'm talking at my usual pace. Let's dive in. I was born on June 11, 1969, down in the Jersey Shore area of New Jersey. Oh, my folks, John and Diane Dinklage, were solid people. Dad sold insurance. Mom taught music to elementary kids. We had this little house in Mendham Township in the historic Brookside section, and it was me, my older brother Jonathan, and our parents. Jonathan was the musical one violin prodigy. He'd practice for hours, filling the house with these beautiful, haunting sounds. Me? I was the odd one out. Literally, I have achondroplasia, which means I'm 4 feet 5 inches tall, with the kind of build that makes people stare or whisper. My family didn't have it. It was just me. Growing up, I dealt with the stares, the comments, the kids at school who didn't know. But my parents raised me Catholic with a strong sense of right and wrong, and they never let you figure like I was lame. We did puppet shows together in the neighborhood. Jonathan and I would put on these musicals with marionettes we'd make from socks and string. It was silly, but it sparked something in me. Laughter from the audience, even if it was just the neighbors. That was magic. By 5th grade, I got my first real taste of acting. We did a production of The Velveteen Rabbit at school. You know the story. The toy rabbit who wants to become real, but it only happens through love and suffering, getting worn down until you're threadbare but alive. I played the lead, that rabbit, and standing there on stage hearing the applause, it hit me. This was it. This was what I wanted. But life isn't a children's book. As I got older, the world got harsher. At Del Barton School, this all-boys Catholic prep school, I honed my skills in drama class. In 1984, I saw a production of Sam Shepard's True West, two brothers clashing, one a drifter, the other a screenwriter, tearing each other apart over dreams and failures. It was raw, brutal, honest. That play lit a fire. I thought, this is acting. This is telling truths that hurt. I graduated high school and headed to Bennington College in Vermont, studying drama. College was freeing eccentric kids, experimental theater. I appeared in tons of productions, feeling like I was on the cusp of something big. Graduated in 1991, degree in hand, ready to conquer the world. But the world, it wasn't ready for me. I moved to New York City with my buddy Ian Bell. We had this grand plan, start our own theater company, put on edgy plays, make our mark. We found this dingy apartment in Brooklyn, Williamsburg, before it got all gentrified and hipster. It was a shoebox, creaky floors, no heat half the time, walls so thin you could hear the neighbors breathing. We'd rehearse lines late into the night, Ian on guitar sometimes, me pacing, trying to channel that shepherd intensity. But dreams don't pay rent. We scraped by on odd jobs, waiting tables, whatever gigs we could get. I refused to take the roles that came my way early on. You know the ones, elves, leprechauns, magical little people in some fairy tale schlock. No way. I wasn't going to be the punchline. I'd rather starve than feed into that crap. So the auditions dried up, or worse, they'd call me in just to gawk. Oh, you're perfect for this gnome part. I'd walk out fuming, thinking, I'm an actor, not a sideshow. You turned into a year, and we couldn't keep up. The landlord evicted us, banged on the door one morning, changed the locks while we were out. All our stuff on the curb, my scripts, Ian's guitar amp, a futon that smelled like old pizza. I remember standing there in the rain, watching cars splash by, feeling like the universe was laughing at me. This is it, Peter, I thought. You're 22, broke, with a drama degree that's worth about as much as yesterday's newspaper. Ian had family to crash with, but me, I called around, and a friend from college, let's call him Mike. He had this tiny wall. Sure, man, come over. Couch is yours for the night. That night. Gone. That night. It was the winter of '92, I think, a bitter cold, the kind that seeps into your bones. I showed up with a duffel bag, my coat threadbare, feet aching from walking because I couldn't afford the subway. Mike's place was a mess. Books everywhere, takeout containers, a pull-out couch that sagged in the middle like it had gone up on light, too. I crashed there, but sleep, the city noise outside, sirens, drunks yelling mirrored the chaos in my head. I lay there, staring at the cracked ceiling, the streetlight filtering through the blinds in harsh stripes. My mind raced. What am I doing? Why am I chasing this? Everyone back home thinks I'm crazy. Dad's probably right. Get a real job, sell insurance like him. Stable, safe. I thought about my brother Jonathan, grinding away at his violin, practicing till his fingers bled. He had purpose, direction. Me. I was adrift. The anger bubbled up, the bitterness I'd carried since I was a kid. Why me? Why this body? Why couldn't I just blend in, get the roles without the caveats? I remembered kids throwing rocks at me in the neighborhood, calling me names. I'd laugh it off now, but back then it cut deep. It's not your problem, it's theirs, I'd tell myself later. But that night, it felt like my problem, all mine. As the hours ticked by, I started reflecting on stuff that had stuck with me. That Velveteen Rabbit story came back, how the rabbit gets loved so hard he's worn out, but that's what makes him real. Maybe that's it, I thought. Maybe I need to get threadbare, hit rock bottom to become who I'm meant to be. Then there was Shakespeare. I devoured his plays in college. Hamlet's soliloquy, to be or not to be? That question haunted me. Was I going to keep being this struggling actor or give up? Or Thorough Walden, living deliberately, sucking the marrow out of life? But here I was, on a lumpy couch, meadow feeling pretty sucked dry. And philosophy, Nietzsche, that whole what doesn't kill you makes you stronger bit. I'd read him in a dingy library, thinking it was BS for the privileged. But that night, it clicked a little. Pain as a forge, struggle as the hammer. Despair hit hardest around 3 a.m. I got up, paced the room in my socks, careful not to wake Mike. Looked out the window at the empty streets, snow starting to fall. I was broke, literally maybe $20 in my pocket. No agent, no prospects. I'd done a few indie things like this film, Living in Oblivion, with Steve Buscemi, played a dwarf actor ranting about cliches. It was meta, cathartic, but it didn't pay the bills. I was in a punk band called Wizzy back then, screaming into mics at CBGB, this funky rap punk mess. One night, some idiot kneed me in the face on stage, blood everywhere, scar still here from neck to eyebrow. That scar felt like a badge that night, proof I'd fought, but for what? I sat back down, head in hands. Give up, Peter. Go home. Be normal. Tears came, quiet ones. The kind where you don't sob, just ling, yeah. But then something shifted. Maybe it was the quiet, the city finally shutting up, or the way the snow muffled everything. I started thinking about commitment, real commitment, not the Hollywood dream, but the grind. Success wasn't fame. It was showing up day after day, even when it hurt. I recalled Sam Shepard again, True West, those brothers destroying each other over illusions, one chasing Hollywood gold, the other raw truth. I realized I'd been chasing the wrong thing. Purpose wasn't in the big break. It was in the work itself, telling stories that matter, roles with depth. I thought about my height, not as a curse, but as my edge. It made me fight harder, see the world differently, like in literature. Gulliver's Travels, swift satire on perspective. Being small in a big world forces you to question everything. That night, on that couch, I redefined it all. Success? Not money or applause. It's integrity, commitment to myself, not the industry. Belief in the spark inside that velveteen fire. By dawn, I was different. I got up, made coffee for Mike, thanked him, walked out into the snow feeling lighter. I took that data processing job, 6 years of it, punching keys, paying bills, but I didn't quit acting. I auditioned, wrote, networked, refused the crap roles, and slowly it built. A station agent in 2003, that was the breakout Finbar McBride, a role written for me, full of quiet rage and heart. But it started there, on that couch. That humbling night sparked it. Looking back, I'm grateful. Full of the struggle, the despair. It taught me humility, real humility, not the performative kind. In the lowest moments, you find direction. You strip away the noise. See what's true. Gratitude for friends like Mike, for family, for the art that saved me. If you're watching this in your own low point, maybe on a couch, questioning everything, hold on, reflect. Let it wear you threadbare. That's where purpose hides. Oh, thanks for listening. Stay real. Ha ha.